graph of y is equals to minus x squared plus 4x plus 60 is reflected in the y-axis, and the resulting graph is then reflected in the x-axis, the new equation is what? So firstly, your first indication here is that this is a negative parabola where a is less than 0, so that is a frowny face parabola. And firstly, the first step would be to reflect this graph along or in the y-axis. So if we go ahead and do that, let's first y, so reflecting in the y-axis. And when we reflect in the y-axis, what we're basically doing here is that we basically making the x negative. So it's always the opposite way around. So now if y is equals to minus x squared plus 4x plus 60, this becomes, after the reflection, it becomes y is equals to minus x squared minus 4x plus 60. So the only one that changes is the minus 4x, and the reason why this first one does not change is since it is the square. The square cancels out that negative sign. And then that's it. It's not over yet. We need to reflect the graph now in the x-axis. So now if we reflect this along the x-axis, and now what we do now is we make y negative, similarly to how we did with x previously. So here, if we just rewrite this, so now I'm just going to go straight into it. So now when we go ahead and reflect this one, now this essentially becomes minus y is equals to minus x squared minus 4x plus 60. But now we do not want a negative y, so now we're going to divide every single term by a negative sign. So now that becomes y is equals to x squared plus 4x minus 60. And which one of our options, and therefore that leads that our answer is option